Well, it seems as though the not as sincere prayers have been heard and, moreover, answered as they walk away with this first map convincingly 16-8, the final scoreline. And it's almost as if a crazy defuse here and there were set to happen. More importantly, though, Electronic shows up in spades, and that's exactly what we asked for. And when I say we, I'm talking about Christine and her best friend, Timo, and I'm not talking about League of Legends. No, we're talking about Timo. Where's he at, Christine? I want to see him.
Well, he's right here. I've gotten him riled up now, so he's...
Oh,
it's going to be hard to get him to calm down now, but he's excited to be here. And he was definitely excited about Electronic's performance. My goodness. He showed up in all spades. And what I appreciate so much about Electronics, there seems to be two sides to him. When he's with Simple, it's protect Simple at all costs, be in those forward positions, give Simple all the information. But when he's over with Boomich, man, he baits and trades off of Boomich's contact so well. And you just saw it all series long, Electronic just pulling out all the stops, and this is the kind of messiness that I was referring to that I'd love to see coming out of Electronic.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game overall. I think Navi as a team had a great game. There's something that puzzles my mind a little bit, and we gotta be fair as well. The score was 15-4 for Navi. One of the rounds they did lose was... Oh, he's so sweet. One of the rounds they did lose was Simple missing a few AWP shots, and you're making a bit of a mistake, not really playing it too safe, and that's about it. So we can argue that the score should have been 15-3. NiP, Trace. NiP in this game won 15 opening duels. They won 15 out of 23 opening duels, yet they were down 15-4. That is horrible. Like, you're opening up the rounds decently, and then you can't close out the rounds. Like, you just get shut down by Simple, you get shut down by Electronic, the fraggers are taking over the place. But when you win 15 opening duels in 23 rounds and you still lose 15-8 and you're down 15-4, that's simply not good enough for NiP. That must feel super bad.
And for us to even sit here and say, for you to say these stats out loud, it really is kind of hard to compute it in your own head, right? It's hard to understand how it is that opening duels look so decent, yet you are so far from your objective. I mean, you lost the first half 12-3. There was at no point at any point during this matchup that you were in control of this match, NiP. And that's just the unfortunate reality that the Ninjas fans are going to have to face right now. Now, what we will do, without Timo knocking over the entire house in the background, is check out a stats helix. Timo, what do you have for us?
Well, I wanted to break down one of the rounds that Ninjas in Pajamas actually looked like they had full control. And yeah, you're right, Trace. Ninjas in Pajamas, they had a very huge deficit going into this match. But some of these rounds, they just simply lost out on the trading game. Some of these rounds were actually close. If we take a look here, it's a nice set piece coming out of NiP. Hampus and Plopski are gathered towards this water, and they throw a really nice Molotov that lands on top of Flamey, and just a tight-knit trading game coming out of NiP. This was the one round that it actually came out on top. But man, Boomich and Electronic, the duo that I was just talking about, take a look at their movements. Boomich going and poking and prodding just the perfect amount to buy him some time for Electronic to come back him up. And just take a look at Boomich. As soon as he gets too much under pressure, he beelines it towards this waterway, that because he's forcing the T's and attackers to fully trade him, fully come out and commit to this fight. And that's where Electronic opens up and is able to fully trade out Boomich. If we take a look at the point of views of Boomich, you'll see exactly how much movement is required, how much pressure he's under, and the target selection. There's so many attackers coming his way, but he understands that at this point, he knows exactly how to attack and prod, how to buy time, and he knows the help is going to be there from Electronic. So the trust system coming out of Navi, you can absolutely see it. And as I mentioned before, NiP, sure, the scoreline, they lost that first half 12-3, but the trading game from Navi, it was so spectacular that NiP, they looked like they were just getting stomped. But in actuality, I think that this match was a lot closer than the scoreline shows.
Yeah, and I can kind of get that sense too, just to kind of, piggyback off what Jacob was talking about with entry kills. It would all kind of come full circle if you think about it in that context. Now, Christine, I learned one word when I was around your dog, and I'm going to give it a try now. It's kidayu. Is that right?
That is very correct. That's wait in Korean. That's one of his commands.
That is wait, and that is exactly what you are going to have to do. We're going to try to get Timo a microphone set up before we go into the next map of the series, which is Nuke. And so far, Navi, well, they don't look to slow down anytime soon. We'll be right back here at the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020.
Welcome back to Navi taking on NiP, a map up our Navi in this series after destroying NiP on Overpass. I think that's an apt word considering how dominant that first map was. And now heading to Nuke, things are getting a bit tricky for the Ninjas.
Yeah, it really is. They're on a 3-loss streak as well on this map, having lost to Heretics and Astralis. Heretics twice, actually, back-to-back. So NiP, you know, it's one that they've been struggling on before the Lecro change. I wonder how it's going to feel now with Hampus coming into the equation and how he's going to stack up against this Navi squad, who have been looking good on Nuke.
Again, you know, it's always with the caveat of new in-game leader, we got to give them time, etc., etc., etc. But they are here in this tournament at the end of the day, and realistically, Hampus, if we look at him on an individual level, he has not performed, right? He has been playing for Gaming Allegiance, so a little bit lower down the rankings, and you know, not been playing up against the likes of Navi and other tier 1 opposition, so it does make sense there. But he's struggling individually, and you know, considering the calls aren't exactly making up for it, things aren't looking great right now. But a CT-sided start for NiP, things could just start flowing off the back of that. Let's see if they can take a pistol to give them some confidence. Perfecto on a raid, boss boy. Are we going to see a fast A here for Navi? No, we're not. They're going outside instead. This is an interesting one. Yard to get to USP is always a danger. Electronic setting up deep smokes as well towards the main side, so that's going to allow Navi to cross really wherever they want. Outside, hell, down secret, and that's all the utility immediately removed from NiP. That was the one man who had everything, and it's all gone, plus the kit in heaven. Navi down B, and that's irretrievable. Remember that. NiP, they're not going to go back up heaven to then drop B, right? They need to stop that bomb plant on this B bomb site. They need to try and retake, and Boomich is being a nuisance in hell as well.
Yeah, just making noise, and even then going above and beyond that to find the kill onto Plopski. Navi slowing right down, and I almost wonder if they're reconsidering this B site hit. Now, that would be the wrong decision to make. That would be a pretty grave decision to make as well. A lot of it is hinging on how much Boomich sees on his adventure at the A site, and Boomich just so mobile. Look at him go, sprinting around, being a real problem for NiP. They're trying to isolate this fight while they got it, and he's so slippery. Yeah. He's so slippery. Nuke has gone down into the B site and amongst all of this.
If Boomich...
Oh, there we go. Okay. Had to end eventually, and there it is. Oh, and Electronics killed Flamey. I don't know what's happened here, but something has happened indeed, Hugo. Simple. Now left in the clutch. And that's a bit of a weird one there from Navi.
Overcomplication would be my go-to word. Navi not making their job easy. Oh, it's a crash. That makes sense. So Flamey had the bomb and he crashed. That's why Navi are playing slow despite having the B site the entire round, waiting on Boomich, hoping he can just kill all 3 players on that top site. That makes a lot more sense now, Harry. I was going to say, like, this is not like Navi. They've got 2 picks.
Not like Navi.
Lower.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we all remember that
Navi's
time, like,
so
Simple
fast,
just shooting their teammate in the head, right?
But yeah, like Navi 2 picks, Boomich in heaven, Boomich in A, like spotting a 3rd player. Like Navi should have just rushed B, but that's obviously why they didn't. Dear. Yeah, so we'll be getting back in with a HUD refresh hopefully and seeing if everyone here is playing for Navi. Who is it who crashed? Flamey crashed, right?
Flamey
Electronic
crashed.
Killed him. So NiP, they'll take the pistol round. I mean, that wasn't one they should be winning, not gonna lie, but they'll take it, Harry.
It's an awkward one as well, right? Because damage had been done, and weirdly enough, it was Navi who had done all the damage. Yeah, it was them who suffered from the player crashing. So yeah, that's a bit of a sad one for Navi to open up this game. But they're gonna look to bounce back. You know, you roll with the punches, and sure, the pistol round didn't go your way, but you still got time.
What it does mean is that NiP are going to get this, like, you know, early lead, the confidence, the money in their favor at 2-0 start. And, you know, that does hold a lot of value in a map like Nuke, where T-sided rounds can be thin and far between, right? Like, I imagine Navi are going to have no problem getting rifle rounds on the board, but as is traditional with Nuke, right, CT-sided, and so Navi taking a 2-0 at the beginning would be excellent for them. But, you know, that makes this game more competitive, I guess. So, you know, looking on the bright side, NiP 2-0 up. And Navi, they're coming in with a 3rd round buy. This is not a great buy, though, by any means. 3 Galils, 2 Mac 10s. Where do they want to go with it? Smokes over the top of the silo. Navi throwing outside utility, but going back into the lobby with that main Molotov. Hampa's going to smoke the door, deny anyone in this A site, but Boomich actually flashing himself will commit. He blinds Hampers as well. It's good utility here from Simple. And Navi are going to find all the kills behind it. Rez, nice spray back, and the push into ramp does work. I don't know how NiP win that. That was an opening kill for Navi, and then blink and you miss it. NiP have won a 4 on 5 with 3 alive. A very weird start to this game, Harry.
Yeah, and NiP, they're really looking to keep it competitive, aren't they? They want to try and lock us in to that third map. Eagles back out for the Navi side. And this is all allowing NiP to get off to a really rip-roaring start here. Twist with his wonderful little AK that he's retrieved.
This quick.
All right, never mind. Forget I said anything. It's now back in the hands of Electronic.
The quick switch, Harry. The quick switch. Why? So many players do it. And, well, that's why you shouldn't. Simple. Quick kill into Rez. They can split main and try and take this A site right now. Hampus, though, pushing the perimeter and finding the bomb as well. Doesn't go through the door, but Hampus shoots right through the middle, and he'll find 3. Saying he was struggling coming into this series, or game rather, and, well, he shows up in this round, but is this round still a round for NiP? Because Hampus down, and Navi back in a 2-on-2, retrieving a gun. They're getting flanked in the lobby.
Oh yeah, Nuke's got it dead to rights. He gets that kill there, leaves it onto Boomich. And he's not able to pick it up with the just the deagle.
Very weird start again, like another double man advantage for Navi, right? No one crashed in this round, but they get 2 Deeg picks, and then NiP crunched the lobby and dropped the bomb. Navi, you know, obviously we've not seen a full rifle round, but when we get to them, I hope they're a little more decisive and commit behind these kills, right? Sometimes if you just get a pick on A and you power through the door, you're going to be able to trade your way to a win there. So, yeah, quick Molotovs into that A site here for Navi. Plopski's going to be ready for a fast ramp flank, and he's found Perfecto through the smoke. Nice escape as well, doesn't die. Drop off of main as she saves Boomich from the damage of the grenade. There's a player down secret right now. I think NiP know, though. They've got the AWP in position, so Twist is holding on, but got to watch out for cheeky little Electronic looking for this pick. He's going to go for a jiggle. Molotov lands, he forces a shot. That's the info, and Twist has to go back.
Yeah, information at least, right? And they spot that there's a man down towards B. Electronic could try and use this to his advantage, though. It's going to force an extra man down towards this side of the map. Navi just waiting to see if Electronic can find anything down at B, but this has left them stuck outside in the yard and not really finding anything for these players they're sacrificing. Electronic as well has also bypassed Plopski and is now just in a 1v5. This is going to be a very clean round for NiP.
Don't speak too soon. He might have some backstabs up his sleeve here. Electronic coming in from a position they don't expect, but which way does he choose to go? He reroutes back to the lobby, and now this is no longer like some big grand illusion or some surprise, because this is map control that Navi should have anyway, but he's saving, he's not going for this. And NiP, they're going to pick up a 5th round here. This is, yeah, I mean, now we see the value of that crash for Navi in the pistol round. Obviously the value, not for Navi, but for NiP rather, as they lead 5-0. The momentum well and truly in their favor, and the money is too. The AWP saved, and AKs across 3 of these CTs. I mean, NiP are getting out with a huge amount of cash. So this is going to be hard for Navi to not only break the money, but really start to get rounds on this T side where NiP are feeling good, and you know the kills are coming in behind that. Quick pause for Navi as they try and work out their money. They've got enough for a buy, but again, it would have holes. Simple 38, just enough for AK armor. He could do that, and Boomich could buy body armor AWP and swap. Lots of options available for Navi, but not lots with utility. So let's see how they decide to spend their cash. And yeah, bad expected. Couple of Galils, full util off the back of that. Let's see what Navi's game plan is.
Twist with some very aggressive AWPing here outside, and he's going to get rewarded for it early on. Last time he was here, Electronic got the better of him. And in this round, it's kills coming up all across the board for NiP. Navi left in a 3-on-5, just out of the gate, immediately into this round. And I don't want Navi to just take outside and then pump the brakes again. It feels like they get stuck here. They lose Simple, Perfecto and Boomich left up in the now just Perfecto. It might be another flawless round for NiP. Sure, Perfecto gets one, but this should be the end of this Perfecto story. Now they know he's here. As gets tagged down and isn't going to re-peek into that anytime soon. This AWP has long left Secret a long, long while ago. So long ago, in fact, that he's all the way over in hell watching for this cross. Perfecto tagged even lower, just getting whittled down. 45 seconds left. There's still plenty of time for Perfecto to play this round out. But not going to be able to find anything from it, surely.
Yeah, he needs to reload as well, and the closer he gets to the lobby, the more they're going to hear. So he needs to go back behind red if he wants to get that reload off safely. But right now, it's feeling like a save, or at least, you know, him trying to die in the final 10 seconds because no plant in sight. NiP own the sites, and he could try and go towards B, but there's that cross shot for Twist, and he's going to land it perfectly. 3 in the round for the AWP. Twist looking very immobile with that AWP. I like the fact that, you know, he has the confidence to get aggressive so early on. Simple tries to upgrade from Galil to AK. I thought he was also sort of baiting the peak, or baiting the shot rather, but his hands get shot, and well, they count for body damage, so gets removed from the round. Navi down 0-6 in their map pick here. Slow start to the T side. Pistols out in this one. I'd like to see something fast towards ramp for Navi, right? Like, this would be a great round to do it. Just burst towards B, try and push Twist back and get him towards that lower bomb site. If you can kill the AWPer, you can set that up in the post plant. It can be way more valuable. Right now, Navi are looking at A. Electronic is lurking behind these outside smokes, but Navi are grouped in the lobby. Everywhere they go, the AWP sits.
Oh, Twist flashed off the angle though, gives him a little bit of room, and they do get out. They dispatch of Flamey. Plopski moving into this hell position to try and help out as well. He's going to have more players coming his way. Oh. Simple with the deagle, does delete him. Hampus has aggressed into the lobby in the meantime. With Electronic down on B and with Navi having ramp control, I want to see them just commit, but they're still sat here. They're still waiting at ramp, and that is allowing for this lobby flank to come through. Electronic, while he will deal with one, kind of helped out at this B site, but Twist is still here with the AWP, putting up numbers. And Electronic is going to deal with him at the very, very least, but a 1v2 now on the cards for Electronic, and Nuke is not going to let it happen. 7 on the board for NiP. Flawless still over on this CT side. Agent Flamey in the server. He's gone 007.
And where has this come from? Where is this NiP back in the last map? Back yesterday? I mean, this is great from NiP, but also lacking a lot of sustenance from Navi. Finally got the best buy yet, right? And it took them 8 rounds to muster. Navi on the AWP now. Simple. What could he achieve with this weapon? Flamey's pressuring door on that A site. Again, the fast cross from Navi. They even throw the Molotovs down just to smoke them, so those smokes bloom immediately and don't bounce or take time to bloom. Electronic can lower once again. Nuke is here to stop him. This time not the AWP. They're still on the ramp side pushing. And NiP have been very aggressive towards the lobby position in this map. And that's not going to stop. They once again get control. There's no one here to stop them other than Flamey back on T roof. And Nuke, he's going to find Electronic off of a timing in secret. Not ready for that fight. Simple still waiting outside for an engagement. But Flamey 0-7 looking at roof. And NiP, they've left lobby because they don't need it. They know that Navi don't have it. Okay, Flamey might be a bit of a surprise later in the round, but NiP can focus on the majority of these T players, which are all outside.
And this was one of the, like, Navi are in a spot that NiP have found themselves in on the T side of Nuke quite a lot, and that is, you play for this outside control, and you just kind of lose all the momentum once you get it. Like, you don't have a purpose once you find yourself there. In this round, though, Perfecto delivering that double has actually left Navi for the first time in a long while with a man advantage. And he's still down at B, just selling this lurk, keeping these players here. Navi are going to secure the bomb plant up on A. And this should be an unlosable round for Navi.
Careful.
It is just Plopski and Twist left standing. One of them not even at the right bomb site. And this should just be the save. So Navi, they finally put this first round up on the board with a double kill from Perfecto on that lower flank.
Yeah, that sells the fake really well, but you can't really blame NiP for dropping lower after that double, because not only is Perfecto getting the B entries, but then think of the info NiP got earlier in the round. They cleared out lobby. They had the nice shot. They had the assumption that that Navi rather were full outside, and they were, apart from Flamey on roof. So Navi coming late in through that lobby is the last thing NiP expected, given the information they got earlier.
And so yeah, just to expand on like what we were saying there, Hugo, I'm sure you remember that NiP Astralis game. It really springs to mind when I think about like NiP's outside control. And in that series, they kept getting outside, and outside is a great position to have on Nuke. It opens up so much. But the problem is you need to have a plan in mind once you get it, right? Yeah. And with Navi right now, they have ideas. You know, we're seeing players like Electronic come in with these wraps down towards B. The problem is they don't really have anything to fall back on if those kills don't go their way. And that round was another good example of it. If Perfecto didn't get those 2 kills down in secret, the round probably would have fallen apart. Ooh. This is something else that keeps blindsiding Navi, this constant aggression outside. And now, man advantage taken for NiP. Nuke holding the double door with this scavenged AK. And that's enough to get Navi away from this upper site. Simple is left in the corner. It's Squeaky. He will back on out. NiP continuing to aggress. They send the first man in, but there's a second following in tow. Now taking up a position in the hut. Nuke holding close. He's dropped the bomb. And will get dealt with by Simple, who's going to dive down the vents. Gets in towards this B site and now has a 1v2 on the table. But is he going to step up to the plate?
Oh, the flank, he's heard it as well. Plopski making noise throughout the fence, and Simple knows he still has to be trapped in this position. He doesn't even want the fight, and I like that for Simple. Plopski, he's missed the timing. He hasn't seen Simple escape secret, and now they think he's in B. He could be anywhere by now. He could go B ramp heaven, he could go B ramp lobby, he could do exactly what he's doing right now. And so NiP, they need to work out all of these positions, all of these rotations for Simple available. Oh, he's not going to check it. Wow, what a shot. Legged by Twist. Simple turns it around. He knows Plopski was in the vent earlier. He's got that information. 20 seconds, though, hanging around by the vent, waiting for his time to strike. Plopski doesn't want to move until he gets the audio. He knows the time is in his favor. Simple eventually make a move. That's a good grenade, but it's not going to kill Plopski in this position. Simple going for the stick. Plopski's up the vents. 10 seconds. That grenade, end the round. It's done. Deal. Easy for NiP. And Plopski's going to shut up Simple with the HE. Oh. This is a great game for NiP right now. Not what I expected, though.
Yeah, it's just so one-sided. I don't know where this has come from. NiP, you know, you could feel it towards the end of Overpass that they started to feel a bit more confident, right? But it was just they were up against 15, and so it's hard to get it over the line in that kind of situation. One mistake is all it takes, or in the case of that round that won Navi the game, it was an ace from Simple. NiP warming up, getting back into the swing of things. Now in this round, it might be a 5-on-3, now 5-on-2, and that's all thanks to Flamey securing a double entry. Nuke and Plopski, maybe a chance. With 2 of these players low, if they're able to even get a kill here, it might entice them in, but with nothing presenting itself, you're imagining this should just be the save.
Yeah, worth noting the money here for NiP, right? It's not in a good spot, and it's going to get worse if Nuke drops here. He's found a kill outside, getting tagged. There's more in the spawn. Navi trying to put Flamey back in T-spawn so he survives the round. He's out of this one, but luckily so at NiP. They want nothing to do with this. Smoke in main is going to deny the outside exits for Navi, and they have to move back towards lobby to save their guns. So not a worry. They probably want to build their money as well and keep this orb. So Navi are going to escape safely. Simple being the last man out, not wanting to get ninja'd by the ninjas. So Navi find 2. And yeah, okay, for sure. Reality check, though. This may have been a dominant start for NiP. This may have been a 7-0, an 8-1. But Navi, if there were a team that, you know, had the cojones to come back in this T side and put a few rounds on the board, It's going to be them. This is their map pick as well. They've got the deep strat book. NiP are playing with a new in-game leader right there, doing a lot of things on the fly, I can imagine. Simple going very fast outside. Twist. Timing is not his friend. Simple gets a quick kill. He spots the orb as well. He knows that's in position. And the spam through the smoke as well. Flamey has looked really good here, even though Navi have been struggling. Another entry. These last couple of rounds, Flamey has stepped up to deliver Navi some kills. Perfecto does the same out the door. And Navi just fall back in another 5-on-2.
Yeah, but they're spread very, very far apart. And while this has kind of, restricted NiP's movements as well, and it's kept them divided, there's a chance at a few, 1v1s here for NiP. And all that's going to take is for, like, say, 2 of them to go your way. If Plopski and Rez each win a 1v1 here, they're in a 2-on-3, and suddenly that's a very, very doable round. So for Navi, the priority needs to be keeping this in your favor, and that's going to be very, very hard to do with how split up they are right now. Thankfully, with 3 players down at B with that bomb, they should have everything required to keep this chugging along. Let's see, though. Rez in the site, an unknown entity. There's the first, and a follow-up. Spraying. Simple will shut him down, but it's a 1v2 now for Plopski, and a real chance in a round that NiP should have never had. Simple slams down the gauntlet, takes down 3, and decides that enough is enough. 3rd round on the board for Navi. But still, that round feels like it gets a lot closer than it needed to.
Yeah, good spray, right? Down on B from Rez, and Simple, really good decision to not stick the bomb there. He gets the trade. He doesn't know where that last man is, but he's alone on B. His teammate was on that top site in the hut, so Simple just holding down and waiting for the fight is a better decision, because if he sticks the bomb, well, firstly, there's a world that he dies while sticking it, and secondly, even if he does stick it, if he doesn't get the kill, then that player's going to defuse while the last player on Navi's on the top site, so it's going to be a very important round for Navi to keep things going, keep momentum in their favor, back-to-back rounds, and look at the economic impact that's had. NiP are broke now. And that's good for Navi right now. They can really build into this T side. This 8-1 lead that once was in the hands of NiP is going to close up very quickly.
And I think, like, Electronic is being haunted by the memory of having to kill his friend earlier in Flamey to take the bomb off of him, because he was just a force of nature on Overpass. And here, at least sitting bottom of the board for Navi. 3 kills to his name right now. Tied alongside Flamey. So both of them needing to recover from that pistol round. However, this could provide some solace to Navi. A chance at a clean round here. Only up against pistols on the other side. The only danger man is Nuke with that Deegan armor.
Yeah, I mean, if Navi have problems here in this round, I'll be a little lost here, right? Only Nuke. So we just need to stay grouped. Don't allow these pistols to get more than they should. I love the secret setup, but like we said, Ari, we've only really seen Electronic in that position on his own. Never been like a full commitment by a Navi roster. And even if there was, that's probably worse for NiP, even with this triple setup. And they're going to fall off. Probably a good time as well. That grenade lands. They're actually going aggressive. They're actually playing very close towards the stairs. 30 seconds here for Navi, and they have nothing. Neither do NiP in terms of that A site, though, leaving it completely open and barren. So if Navi just send a single player in through main, like they're doing right now, they're going to clear that one out. Electronic, he sees 2 minimum in the secret, so that's big info. Navi needs to push A off the back of it, because 20 seconds, they need the plant, and Electronic has all the kills. 2 outside, tapping for the 3rd, and there's a 4th there as well. This is going to be a bomb plant for Navi and a guaranteed 4th round as they look to put the final bullet in the pinatas in pajamas.
Oh, but they're not full of candy, they're full of cash here for Electronic, who's making a pretty penny over here outside. He gets $1,200 for all those kills. So he's feeling good about life. 4 on the board for Navi. They keep that anti-eco round nice and clean, and that felt like a necessity if they wanted to continue the grind back into this game. They haven't made it easy for themselves, but there is still the chance that Navi are able to stumble back to their feet, and they are in the prime position to do exactly that, right? NiP fully investing into this round. Once again, they're in that same situation where if they lose it, they've got nothing in the follow-up. And so Navi, it's kind of right here that we can see them explode back into this game in a very big way.
Yeah, I mean, 8-7.5 for Navi, not only very attainable, but that would be an excellent T side. And NiP are going to have a very hard time, you know, getting the same amount of rounds on this second half, I can imagine. Twist, did he see? Didn't look like there was a gap, but Simple's down. Not exactly many players on lower. It's only Plopski playing the B-bomb site, giving away secret to Navi in this round. Rez is spotting outside for info from main, but if he peeks aggressively, Simple's orb was there. It is no longer. Boomich holding that secret rotate. He can tell Navi that they don't need to worry about their backline. Notice there's only 2 in lower with the bomb. So this is a bit of a risk for Navi. Will they want to come up the vents and try and take a top site hit? Flamey's lining up Hell Smoke by the looks of things, and that's going to allow Boomich to get a lot of control outside and wrap Heaven. This is a classic Boomich play. He loves going for this. The molly's down. It's going to come down to this fight against Nuke.
Nuke's very paranoid that they could have wrapped into the garage. And with players coming back up through secret, that is a chance now. One man will try and cross. Boomich is making noise up above main as well, but he's jumped past Rez. However, Rez deals with electronic. Boomich to follow up and keep this in a 4-on-4. He's going to go back in for more, and Rez giving up this position in main. Oh, Simple going to miss the shot, but Flamey is there to pick up the piece. And Tampus now in the site. If he drops the bomb, maybe there's a chance, but he falls immediately. Plopski going to try and come up through the vents. Flamey just takes his eyes off of it. So he will be allowed to come up on this rotation, but promptly dealt with by the Flamer himself. Leaves it all onto Twist in a 1-on-3. Gonna try and hold onto the AWP. Don't fancy his odds in this retake. Kill onto Flamey as he goes hunting for the big green. Simple, even coming out swinging as well, looking to get some revenge for Mr. Flamey, and he will get it. No scope for style points even, and he throws away whatever skin he had to take the Asimov, which is a nice bet.
Respectable, for sure. And yeah, Flamey, man, he may have been 0-7, Harry. He may have been having a rough game, but as the stat showed a minute ago, Elliot put up, oh, nice no-scope, that, you know, Navi's first round win was him with an MVP without a kill. So, you know, since that point, he's really warmed up. He's had a lot of impact on this top site. Only 5 to his name, but he's been entering a round after round for Navi. And dealing with Plopski coming up the vents as well, giving him a full sense of security as Plopski gets into the site, but no further. The Eagle outside for Rez. We know these pistols are good for NiP, but a quick trade from Electronic. He will get tagged up by Twist, retreating back into A. An IP and a 4-on-4. They have lower as well. Nuke is already in rotation, so that's being controlled by Navi, or by NiP. Plopski pushed into the ramp room. Right now, considering the weaponry and the stakes here for this round for NiP, they're in a pretty good position. Definitely doable. Nuke's going to look for the next kill, but nothing's giving him anything outside. Navi actually abandoning that position, going back to T-Roof where Flamey's been sitting and trying to essentially retake the lobby, because right now they don't have it and NiP are starting to get control. Plopski, he hears a footstep, he hesitates, and that might be the best call he's made this round. Waiting for Navi to set up and get comfortable.
Oh, nice little kill from Simple. Plopski's been spotted as well, so his flank isn't going to have the results they were hoping for. Maybe it might. Does take one down as a bit of a parting gift. Twist ringing out with the Deeg. Will get traded by Flamey, but it's all left onto Flamey in a 1v2. He drops down into B. They're going to hear this. There's an AWP that can be retrieved, and that can find its way into the hands of Nuke. Flamey, they're not even going to try and let him get the plant down. They just charge him. They just hound him down. And NiP, they take this 9th round. They get one on the board. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Buy some better sprays, bud. There's my advice, okay? You know, like, that's just one of the ones that CS drops you after the game. Oh, I got another one of that. Just a face. You know, it's not like a welcome to the clutch spray or something.
Salt sprays. Yeah. I don't see enough salt sprays. Honestly, I forget sprays exist, man. I'd love to abuse them. You know, great BM tool. We see, like, K-Sarata do it a lot on his enemies' bodies. And, yeah, I like sprays, but definitely forget they exist in this game. 9-5. NiP, they don't let Navi sweep the half. Remember that 8-1, 8-2, I guess, at one point Navi started to build, finding 4 in a row, where it's finally going to get broken. NiP will at least win the half with style here. It's just whether down to whether Navi finds 6 or 5. Oh, that's a pick. Flamey again on these A-site openers. He's been ruthless, finding Nuke through the smoke, and that's the top performer right now for NiP. Hampus, again, he may have had a strong start to this map with 3 kills in the first couple of rounds, or 3 kills in the pistol, I think it was, but 5 and 9 right now, again struggling individually. Navi, a man up. Smokes in the outside area, not the standard ones, looking for lots of control here. And again, it's only Electronic coming behind them. I love this for Navi because NiP have no idea what lurks outside. They don't know how many players possibly could be here. And so Navi grouping towards ramp. NiP have pulled away from this position and stacked that top site. They're gambling on A and outside if you're Plopski. So Navi have full control towards ramp. They can split B off the back of the secret control as well. And there's no one lower for NiP.
Flamey doubling up. He really has gone from 0 to hero. He was 0-8 at one point in time in this game.
Ooh.
Well, now he's been the driving force, it feels like, in a lot of these Navi rounds. Hampus coming in with a preemptive rotate down towards B, but he's the only man left standing. This round is another weird one, as Hampus tries to come up through the vent, sneaking in, bested by Boomich, and the round, the half, comes to a close. 9-6 in favor of NiP. But you remember, they were 7-0 up at one point in time. So this is a nice resurgence from Navi. Can they keep it together on their CT side? You're going to have to join us in about 2 minutes to find out.
NiP in the lead after the first half. Things are looking up for the Ninjas, but, well, Betway don't really agree here, as they believe Navi are going to pull the reverse sweep here in this series. And well, cut things down in the second half. They at least recover that T-side after a bit of a sloppy start for Navi, but now back in a pistol round, back in the favored half, things can start to flow like usual. Electronic, as is tradition. Quick tap outside. He's looking for more. NiP cross 3 and 4 down towards B. Well, they try and cross 4. They actually cross 3. The last man is in the lobby, and well, Simple has joined him. Hampus, I don't think he's realized that Simple has gotten this deep, and this is a big bit of real estate for Navi. Simple remaining very cautious, not over pushing, not fully clearing lobby, and knowing that they could still be a man at the back. So Hampus moving in, expecting this to be safe. It's anything but safe. That's a double man advantage for Navi and NiP. They may be on this lower side, but so are the CTs. Up the vent they go. Plopski hunting for kills. Electronics trapped with a reload. He needs to get overwhelmed. He needs to get hounded down. Nuke will do that. And now A is completely open for business.
Open for business indeed. Another kill. Plopski's printed out the VAT number. He's ready to go on this one. Nuke and him side by side. Got this bomb on the back of Plopski. They're going to start to plug in these digits. Boomich and his little nade could do damage. And indeed it will. Both players tagged down very, very low on the receiving end of that. That's a little risky, Boomich. I don't think he'd do that again, bud. But maybe he will. He loves to tempt fate. Perfecto trying to come in. Boomich has got to draw the attention away to allow him to progress, and he does, but to his demise, it's Nuke and Plopski with a 2-on-4. Somehow, some way, they keep NiP in that pistol to reach double digits.
And again, the 5-on-3 for Navi that just gets dropped. We had so many of those in the first half that NiP were able to claw back, and it's Navi over-rotating to that lower bomb site, expecting, NiP to commit. I don't blame them for that, but NiP go right up the vents, and a very fast rotate to that top site will put them back in a powerful position. 10 rounds to their name, and Navi on an eco. We saw, the results of Navi being left to low economy in the first half. They went down 7-0, 8-1 before they even started to streak rounds together. Right now, Navi, they want to get those guns out ASAP, but what that requires is an eco here, and oh dear. Forget I said anything. Navi, they're fully committing. And I think I prefer this, to be honest. The chance that Navi win this, it's going to be a difficult round if NiP do something like a quick topside rush. But if Navi do win it, they save themselves in this series. If they lose it, they dig themselves a very deep hole, and they're gonna have to recover, up against like a 12-6 scoreline. So let's see the result. Or close shots for Electronic, but close won't cut it as NiP cross towards B.
Boomich has got to do a lot with very, very little here. The CZ and a Dream, and this smoke is hiding behind it. A deadly truth. Boomich, run as fast as you can. He gets into the B site, but he's lost his teammate at ramp, and oh dear, he tried to go in to get the gun, and he realizes very, very quickly the mistake he's made. Blamey though, will he be considered? It's a third man in the site. Oh dear, he does. They find him, they deal with Electronic. Perfecto now the only man left standing. Navi not able to find anything with this force fight. Perfecto with one, but that is it. 11 now on the board for NiP, and a 12th right around the corner as this money is gone for the Navi side.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? Like a 12-6 before Navi even have an M4 in this game. And, of course, doable for Navi on their map pick. But NiP, I'm holding out for this right now. They're looking to bring us to train, and it seems very trainable at this point. Haha. Got a Molotov on Electronic on an eco. Bit of a rarity. He's going to throw that in. He's going to go outside as well. He's trying to stop those smokes, and that's actually a really good idea considering NiP have been going for these smokes consistently, but they come in late. That second one delayed. It's a good call to allow the smoke to bloom correctly. This grenade for Flamey might find some damage, but he's got to drop with it. Not really that much. Flamey falling back to B. Navi having to give up this position. It's going to be an absolute B rush here from NiP. No reason to stop. There's a kill from Electronic. Boomich is here with the P250, but oh, what? He got a kill there.
He got that.
Okay.
That's insane. And that's a team nade onto Hampus, bringing him down low. They're really giving him a trial by fire. And that's led to his death. Simple now here with the Deagle, and he's going to get rid of Rez. Plopski's gone as well. And with the vanilla pistols, Navi do it. So, okay, right, if this map, this series, well, more so this map, if it's taught us anything, forget everything you thought you knew about Counter-Strike, because this is the game now.
That is, look at that shot. You can't even tell he got it. Simple whiffs, like 4 bullets, and then just bang. Like, oh. That was excellent for Navi, but definitely, like, NiP, you know, eco-hunting, right? Classic case.
I mean, I don't even know, man. Like,
well, apart from Hampus,
the only guy that goes hunting is Hampus, who gets team-naded, and you know, like, Boomich's shot is just incredible. There's no accounting for it, and then it just looks like, you know, for NiP, they hit like that panic mode of realizing, oh dear, okay, we're a man down. We have to really get this back under control. And they're so fixated on the high volume of players that was spotted coming out of the vents that they completely discount Simple wrapping into the window. I don't know, man. It felt like NiP played that right outside of the team nade onto Hampus. That was just a great recovery from Navi in that round. And it wasn't right till the very end when the pressure's on that it really fell apart. So it's like we keep seeing shadows of Navi. Like, they keep showing us the team that they were on Overpass, but only glimmers of it. You know, like not looking like the same high-flying squad that were just on our screen about an hour ago.
Not consistently, at least, right? Like, on and off, very on and off. Simple. He hit a timing, a very good one, to the secret stairs. Outside smokes, Electronic had a gap, he's going to go in with a flash. Oh, he spots one. Simple doesn't need to show his position, but now he can. After Electronic has drawn them in, Simple shuts them out. 2 kills in the yard. Navi, though, don't consider this round being a 1 off the back of a double. Boomich is going to drop the bomb. Hampus is already in secret, I imagine from a vent drop of some sorts, but Rez has been traded on ramp by Flamey's re-aggression, and it's down to Hampus in a big old clutch. He does find Simple outside, but past this point is going to be very difficult. Knife out, gets shot the second he does, and Navi find 8. Securing themselves a bit of a buffer here in the CT side as they break the money of NiP, and this can close up the game nice and tight. Bit of a gap in the smoke there for NiP. Hopefully they get them right on the next time around, because you know Electronic will go back for seconds. Here's those Glocks and P250s. Navi have already won a full eco. Let's see if NiP can do any better.
Twister's got his running shoes on, and he's really ahead of the curve, but Simple.
What?
All right, okay, that's fine. Oh dear, they swarm on down onto Electronic, but it gets put back under control by the fellas up in this A-bomb site.
Shoots the gun. Simple was the only guy who needed the upgrade. He came from secret, and whoever grabbed the gun shot it away. Boomich also dropped his weapon as he waited for the AK. Not only does Simple stay with the SMG, but Boomich doesn't even get a gun. He drops his M4 and the AK doesn't get picked up. Oh dear, Navi, man. Like, you know, you love him and you also hate him at the same time. God. That's just when the communications are clearly getting frantic for Navi, and a post-round as well. I can't imagine.
Yeah, like with a victory, you know? Like,
guys, quick. Nate, give me the gun. Yeah, you got to hope that things are calm in the Navi camp, because NiP have still got some life in them yet.
Yeah, Boomich, hey, just quietly reinvesting like in an M4, don't say a word. You picked up an AK off the ground from one of your teammates, you just pretend like you had it the whole time, like no one has to know. And don't worry, Boomich, we will keep your secret. So, I say that, I mean, everything was live. We have it, we have the VODs, we have the receipts. Plopski, spotted in main, but does come out ahead with the duel. Onto Electronic, follow-up from Nuke, and this A-bomb site, what was left of it, is overrun by NiP. Nuke coming together for even more kills in this round. And for Simple and Boomich, they're going to have to save and hold on to this AWP and AK. Oh dear, Plopski, second kill in the round. He's on a tear. He hunts down Simple with that AWP. And this is going to be a 12th on the board for NiP. Not only is it clean, they've kept all 5 alive, but they've also shut down these players saving, all bar the exception of Boomich. As long as he doesn't have the tendency to hit that G key again, everything should be okay for him.
Yeah, NiP won't find him. Well, that's fine by them. 5 alive and another rifle round 1. Another. NiP got the pistol. They won the anti-force. Navi won an eco and went on a 3-round streak. And now that has been broken. Has the money been broken with it, though? That's a question for Navi. They've still got a little bit left to invest, and Simple does have the AWP here, so it's a decent buy. But Navi, yeah, if they don't win this round, this map might end. It might take us to train, because NiP not only up to 13, but on an anti-eco. So pressure really is on this round for Navi. Electronic in the back garage, standard stuff. Got Flamey Hell side, Simple on ramp. Flamey's going to be able to assist Heaven and also throw outside flashes to assist Electronic. Boomich and him holding a crossfire. It's a good setup for Navi. NiP are going to go outside though, so this setup will get dispersed as Navi going to need to deal with the B play here from the Ninjas. Going to have to move players down lower. Who do they decide to do? It's going to be Simple with the AWP. First man down from the ramp. Flamey takes his place, but it's not a B play for NiP. They're going back towards main. Quick tag, quick dink from Electronic. He's got to swing. He's got to get a little more value, but he finds 2 dinks, no kills. Still NiP on teeter-totting between death, at least for Plopski and Nuke. And if they want this A site, they've got to get through another crossfire.
Simple from this stairs position. There's one. Takes the fallback. Boomich going to remove Nuke outside in the meantime, and Simple is sticking around, still looking for these fights. He's the only man down here at B, so he doesn't want to get overwhelmed and lose the bomb site, because the rest of Navi are a little ways away from rotating just yet. Simple still getting pressured, and they're closer than he's ready for. Now the rotation comes in from the rest of Navi. 3-on-2. You're probably looking at this thinking, well, how could this go wrong? Well, it has done before, but this time around, they deny the bomb plant, leaving it on twist. They isolate those engagements. They mop it up. Boomich coming in with 3. And that's Navi looking to return to form as they now reach double digits.
It's good Boomich saved that AK. You know, getting away with 3 kills, Harry. Pretty big value. See, I'm a half joking there, but I'm also not, because he actually did save the AK in the previous round. But yeah, I mean, Navi, the rotate there was really good. They knew that NiP had to commit. There were 20 seconds after Simple got taken down, and there was just no way that NiP could go back up unless they take vents, and that's where Navi are coming from. So lots of nades towards A. Boomich avoids them. He's got a full belt of util as well, so he doesn't have to worry about a faster play for NiP. He can drop the molly if they give any indication that they're coming towards that site. Smoke's outside. Already players here for NiP. Again, the economy of both sides really come to a breaking point. Loser of this round is on eco, and so pressure's on for Navi more so than anyone. Down by 2. Quick flash into main. Electronic again. And Plopski just 360s him for style points. Takes him down in the garage. And yeah, Navi needs to start switching up these positions because NiP are very ready for the setups. In fact, they're going to try and push hard. Hampus holding, but does miss his shot. It's a wallbang kill. Blimey. NiP now going to go ramp side from Hell. They don't flank Heaven towards A. And Flamey's missed the timing. He's pushed into ramp. Now, Simple's the only man on B, but he is at least safe in the secret. And now he's considering the fact that they could be coming down from ramp side. So 40 seconds here. NiP selling the B fake with flashbangs. Surely they're not going to commit with this though. The bomb going back towards Hell. Navi scrambling to rotate down B, but NiP are faking them out to take this top site. And there's no one here for Navi. Dear, oh dear, they got to come back through the hut now.
With the Molotovs going in, it will become clear. Perfecto has to offer something up from this position. Boomich gets dealt with, traded, left in a 3-on-3. Perfecto with a crucial kill to see Navi into this retake with a man advantage. Nuke is wrapping him, and he just killed Boomich. So, bit of a mystery as to how they weren't entirely ready for it as he continues to go aggressive. Nuke maintaining this position in the lobby. Following up with another, trade comes in from Flamey, now left in the 1v1. Rez is trapped back in this bomb site, and Flamey doesn't know that yet, but he's going to spot the bomb isn't really planted for anything, so he has an inkling, and that will be the kill. And the round for Navi. 11 now on the board, and he's looking to grab himself an AK. He'll get his hands on it. So closing this gap, closing the distance, now just one away from tying this up with an NiP squad that got off to a 7-0 start in this map.
Yeah, Perfecto actually couldn't turn around there because he was trapped in the hut corner by the player close in the sight. So yeah, he realized if he looked behind him, his barrel would have stuck out and he likely would have just gotten peeked by Rez. And so he just kind of had to commit with that and hope for the best. Also, Nuke snuck on the back line, so no guarantee that he was ever going to flank. But good play from Nuke, still not enough for NiP. The bomb plant, ooh, it gives him some money, but this would be, you know, tempting fate if you bought here if you're NiP. You're up by 1. Use that to your advantage. Take this one as a breather. Get an eco off and figure out what you want to do in this pause. Double Mac 10s with pistols. Navi, do they keep putting Electronic in the back garage? He has been countered round after round. Even when he's finding damage and dinks, he's never getting away with, you know, a kill. And NiP have been on top of that position every single time. So Electronic, love to see him try and switch things up here. Maybe play towards Secret, swap out with Simple on the AWP. He can play passive garage. But yeah, this is it. Electronic crossing with the Molotov. And look how quick he gets here. Twist has no idea. And Electronic has a free kill there. That's lovely stuff from Electronic. A real danger trying to do that, but he gets away with it because NiP are charging ramp with 4. Simple can't help. Flamey, he's in a spot of bother, and the Molotov only finds a bit of damage. The kill will come through from him, and Electronic on that B rotate. The early Secret position provides some salvation, and he'll be able to shut down the round. Won't save the AK, but will save Navi and that anti-eco.
Here we have it, all tied up at 12-12. NiP, they got off to a great start, and they've made every one of these rounds, it feels like, look doable. So they've been fighting very, very hard to keep this scoreline up. Now we hit the juncture where maybe it turns against them. Navi stumbling back to their feet after a bit of an odd, very like uncharacteristically Navi start to this game. Now waking back up and showing us this form that we've come to expect.
The form that we saw just a map ago, Harry. Remember, that's a 16-8 on Overpass. 12-3 CT side for Navi. Like, they look so in control there. So, yeah, this slow start was definitely not accounted for, but, well, recovered. The numbers speak for themselves. Navi are equal with NiP in this game. Stalemate.
Now they hit the go button. Flamey dropping that Molotov, forcing them through it, and a man was deep, but Simple's come in to help Flamey out. With that kill, they've dropped the bomb, and Navi aren't backing off. They're not falling down into B. They're looking to keep this contested, and Flamey offering up yet another kill. They lose Twist elsewhere. It is all left onto Plopski. I think has been spotted here at the ramp for him. They know he's coming this way anyway with the bomb in this position. That molly will at least allow him that 1v1 onto Flamey, but the moment this veil fades, the smoke is now gone. Simple's able to swing out, and Navi, they take the lead, 13-12. No money in the, well, that's not a lie, that's a lie. There is money in these NiP bank accounts, but not enough to go for a purchase. It's going to be a partial investment up against 13, up against Navi, finding themselves in the lead for the first time in this map.
Oh, how the cookie crumbles, Harry, and for NiP, oh dear, a missed Dorne. They wanted to fast play A. They're going to have to bail on that one immediately. You can see Rez going back to spawn. Everyone's calling this one out, and NiP going to have to change up the game plan. Where do they go? Smokes outside again instead as Electronic. He just sits in main, trying to fight the outside. Fake smokes though, NiP not pushing anything behind them, and no info for Navi to confirm or deny that. Simple's on this top site, and right place, right time. Does he stick around? Because NiP are about to burst. There's a player on top of Silos playing anti-flash. That's perfecto. This is a good setup for Navi. 3 here, and surely this should be their round up against the pistols. You're relying on Plopski. Missed shot from Simple. That's info. Does it send NiP away from this site? Certainly looks to be the case for the time being. Twist looks at ramp, but there's the commitment. There's the kill that will get NiP pumped.
Will it carry forward? Perfecto has to be on a swivel here. He has the ever-watchful eye of Simple up above, and with the help from Flamey, the kills have gone the way of Navi. Nuke, top performer for NiP, top performer in the server, armed with only a deagle. to try and answer back. Lands the tag onto Flamey as he falls. So that's even more damage done. Baits the shot from Simple, who offers up a fight with a P2K. Both these players for Navi are low, but they keep pressuring, they keep the pressure on, and they find a 14th round. They don't give Nuke the room to maneuver.
Navi were in like, I think a 2-on-4 at one point in that site. Those entries came in so quick. Simple, he takes such a risk strafing out wide from heaven, right? There's players below him, there's two next to the door. He's got Perfecto behind him to support, but Simple hits the quickest shot on a hub player, and then Perfecto just covers with a double. Good setup there for Navi. The 1-2 punch on that A-bomb site. Flamey rather, not Perfecto. But yeah, still, Navi, another round to their name, 14 in the game, and NiP on what could be their last purchase in this series if things don't go their way. And boy, things are not going their way. Electronic, we have not seen him do anything like this all game, and Plopski might just be going down. That smoke gives Plopski the room to get behind red. And Electronic, he's still here though. You know, there's more players crossing. He's spotted one. Gonna try and transfer. There's the trade for Nuke. Very quick indeed. Keeps NiP in this one.
Yeah, the smokes are down outside, but NiP aren't crossing behind them. They're going to try and get in towards ramp. Flamey wrangling with that gun, regains control, and missed shot from Simple, uncharacteristically so, enables this A-side play from NiP. There's a tag. That was onto Hampus, finishes it off the second time around, but Nuke, as he so often does, gets up in the face and immediately gets that trade. He's on 3 kills in this round, and he's not content with just the hat trick. He's looking for a little bit more. He's moved back into the hut to set up here for this post plant. Dinks Boomich. Flamey from heaven has been waiting so patiently to try and deny this defuse. Rez taps it to try and bait the people. Flamey now swinging out, catches him, changing to the bomb. It's all on Nuke. He needs the ace to deny map and series point to Navi. And he's going to duck out the A site. Goodbye. Tries to get down the vent, but there comes Flamey. Match and series point for Navi and Flamey. What a storyline in this map. He goes from being the problem for Navi. 0 kills to his name. I think it was heading into round number 8. So 0-7 on the board. And now, since then, in that round, he was the MVP. He was the reason they got it locked in. Since then, he's recovered massively and is second on the board for all of Navi. What an individual recovery to save this game for the Navi squad.
He's had some huge rounds. Considering Electronic has had trouble outside, right? He definitely has recovered in the past few, but Flamey has filled the void. Then, dear, Electronic again. Back garage and back to the graveyard. It feels all too familiar here for Navi. They're not out of the woods yet. They're not shutting NiP out of this series. Nuke on a double. He is looking for more and more. He's already up 30 plus. Simple. Not quite there yet, but gunning for it. Finds Hampus. Nuke on a third. Drops Simple. This man is just on a tear. Boomich fake drops Vent. He's going to come right back up, though. And they've got to be careful with that heaven split. That's where Nuke is coming from. Flashing through. Boomich looking to drop the bomb in the main smoke. He could win this round on his own. And they line up, but he only gets one. There's the flash. Perfecto drops Plopski. Now he's got to be careful from the main wrap. But the Twist doesn't want to lose the bomb on his own. So he heads secret to B to regroup with Nuke.
Perfecto fakes the rotation, makes noise in doing so. Could cut this bomb off. Nuke is re-wrapped round in through the double doors to join up with Twist, and they're going to go up A. They're going to try and dupe Perfecto, but this isn't a man that you can... they're stuck on each other. Get out of the way. Let them go up. Almost the round. Nuke really wanted that gunfight, and with... I mean... it got a little bit dicey. At least he makes up for it, right? Like, because you can imagine the comms there. Like, that would have been terrifying. Imagine how it feels to be Plopski. You're thinking, like, I'm going to die. Please, if you don't move out the way, or Twist rather, if you don't move, Nuke, I am dead. And he does die, but Nuke gets the trade at least. And with it, they break the money for Navi. 14 could be arriving on the scoreline for NiP. There is still a chance that they recover this game yet. They're only up against the Pistols in this round. And Hampus, sneaky little man, has gotten down the vent.
Yeah, I love that. He reads the money so well, man. Navi went on, what, a 6-round streak? NiP get one, and they immediately read the fact that they're anti-eco and throw in that fast door play, knowing Navi won't have Molotovs. They've got to play for round number 30, and Hampus is coming from lower. But this is an expected path, and so Navi should be aware of this possibility. He's not going to commit outside. Plopski's looking, however, but sees nothing. We've got Electronic tucked close in the garage this time, supported by Simple. Probably calling for help in this eco because things have been rough in garage. And every time we've seen Electronic switch it up and go somewhere else, he's had great effect. So in that last round, I'm sure he'll do the same. I'm sure he'll move back to another play. Maybe just go glaving it around the red box. Nuke, 34 kills and not stopping. Hampus cutting off vent rotations. He's been here all game long, waiting for Boomich. Nuke, ooh, the reload. He's running away. And that's given Electronic a bit of a room to move on the chase. He gets smoked and he runs through it. Nuke hears every footstep and he finds his 35th. Just adding more and more. Plopski spots one on the ramp, but there's just no pressure for NiP here. Not in this round, at least. They know that Navi have to come to them, and Plopski happily takes that peek. Nuke finishes it off, and he's aiming for the 40 bomb right now. 4 kills in that follow-up round would do it. And that would at least send us to OT as well here in the second map. Train as a potential third. Navi still looking for this 2-0. They could end it here and now. They could deny OT, but they've not exactly got the best money in the world.
Pressure's really on now for either of these teams, right? NiP vying for overtime, trying to take us the distance with the end goal of getting us to trade. Simple here outside with the AWP, and that first kill gets delivered. There's not a smoke here, and Plopski trying to run the gauntlet gets dropped. So now NiP outside is officially off limits. They regroup back up in the lobby, and they might look to go for one of these explosive A plays where they frequently got the better of Navi on the back of. Boomich and Electronic playing this double setup. They've also got Simple nearby outside, and even Perfecto holding onto the hut. This is a very heavy A-site lead from Navi. This is the perfect time to pull it in. Majority of players here on SMGs. Can they hold down the line as this execute now comes through? The Molotov is going to split this push in half. The players from the hut can't come out, and so we're relying on the rest of the gang to put up the kills. Into the crossfire they go, and it's all left on to Rez. Flamey flanking ramp just gets spotted. Rez knows there's a temporary one-on-one he can try and get, but Flamey is not taking any chances. He knows he doesn't have to. He's backed all the way off to ramp. Silence falls across Nuke in this 1v3. Rez looking for anything, and Flamey about to swing out from hell. Rez could get caught looking the wrong way. Able to dodge him, gets down the ramp, has made noise, so Navi know this. Rez is going to be afforded a bomb plant at a bare minimum. Electronic, fast on the rotation, swings the door open and secures the victory for Navi. They get it over the line. It takes the full 30 rounds and a comeback from being 7-0 down to open up this game, but they do just about get over the finish line and take this series 2-0.
Credit's got to go to Nuke, man. All commiserations in this series. He really showed up today, especially in Nuke. 36 kills, and it's not enough to get NiP over the line. They can't get OT. Navi, 7-0 down, 8-1 down. What a comeback. What a recovery. They even get 9-6 to the half and still pick things up. Navi, what a comeback. I mean, you know, like maybe that series should have been more dominant. Maybe it should have been a quick 2-0. But the fact that Navi can go so far down and still get out with a win, I think is even more impressive. Gives even more credit to this team. So Navi, we've got the Navi that we want inside of this group, and NiP still finding their footing with a new in-game leader. We're going to throw things back to the desk though and come back for the last game of the day, which will be a North American one. So stick around.
And they've got that fire. They've got that fire, and it's going to be NiP receiving that Oscar Mayer. Of course, if you look over here, it's Navi running away with this series. Things did get extra hairy, extra scary there at the end of the day. 16-14 is how we end out the second map. Quite the stark contrast to the first one, who ended 16-8, also in Navi's favor. Now, what this does is help Navi significantly in Group D, and that's going to be what we're going to start to talk about right here on the desk. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Pimp and Potter, who both sat so patiently watching this game. What did you learn, Christine?
Well, I learned that NiP, they looked pretty decent in this series. As I mentioned, even on that overpass, they had a lot of nice set pieces, a lot of nice ideas. And at the end of the day, the frags, they just didn't come their way. Not that Nock didn't try his damnedest to try to close out this map on Nuke, but man, I don't like to point fingers, but Twist, he had 0 kills in the entirety of that T side half and only got 1 kill at the very last 2 rounds. And that sort of struggle, especially when the entirety of NiP were keeping themselves within that game and actually looking like they should have been able to clean it up and close it out. It's too much to try to fight for 2 people. But Doc, I mean, he tried his best.
Yeah, and Christine to something here, right? I just want to follow up on your point with Twist, right? He went 1 for 8 in opening duels as well. 1 for 8. That's simply not good enough if you're Twist with the AWP. NiP, they had Nuke firing on all cylinders. Rest was doing really good in the opening duels department. I think he went 6 for 7, I believe it was, something like that. So the 2 main stars of this lineup, the 2 players that are supposed to be the main stars, I guess, together with Plopski, they did well, and NiP anyway lost it out here. So I agree with Christine. They played a good game and it was a very competitive game, but Twist, again, pointing fingers, we don't like to do it, but that was the difference maker this time around.
You think that was all that it took? Speaking of which, let's just go ahead and get them on the line right now. Let's make them answer for what they've done in the server today. And by that, I mean, hey, Plopski, man, it's a tough one for you today, buddy.
Hello.
Commiserations. And obviously, things not going in the way of NiP. And before we get into anything super heavy, I just want to applaud your effort, Plopski. You look like you're playing your heart out there. Is there anything that you want to say?
It's a bit of a tough situation we have here. We haven't been able to practice as very much because of everything that's going on. Like going from tournament to tournament, we only had a week of good practice. So yeah, we just need to play more. That's the thing right now.
Now tell us, you of course decided to remove Lekko from the lineup and bring in Hampus. What is he bringing to the team with this limited time of practice? Like, what is some of his strong assets coming into NiP?
He's a good leader, really good leader. He always he's telling people what to do, and in mid rounds or in the end of the rounds. So we didn't really have that much of that before. A little bit we had, but he's doing a good job of it right now.
So we've been hearing about Hampus being a good in-game leader, and you could absolutely see that it was kind of formulating a good plan on this nuke. But I gotta say, his individual performance, you could absolutely see he was kind of out of his comfort zone. He missed a grenade on the door, missing a simple grenade. And then there was even an instance where he should have Molotoved towards that secret. There was just a lot of unlucky circumstances. Did you find that affected his leadership or his in-game leading in this nuke match, or was he still confident through and through?
He was still very confident in the calling and all that stuff. It doesn't really matter how it goes individually. He's always on a good mood and calling good.
Okay.
Plopski, you had sorry Trace, you had a really strong period as of late where I think you had your breakout under the NiP banner. Try to talk us through how does it feel first and foremost to play at the level you're playing at, and second of all, is there anything that done that, or is it just you're feeling more confident now in the NiP lineup?
It's just we've been playing very much, and that also comes with I'm getting more confidence because we're playing more, and I'm more confident in the game plan we're playing. Yeah. So that's a little bit why it's I've played better. I wouldn't say this tournament has been the best of me yet individually.
Sure.
I know I can perform better, and I will do. But it's it's been like I said, it's tough with all this. We changed Lekko for Hampus, and it takes a little bit of time to adapt to our new in-game leader and our new strategies and stuff. But with enough time and practice, we will be back.
Sure.
Now it's Nicholas Gonzalez Zamora. I can call you that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure before I butchered it all up. Plopski, it's something where we look at Plopski as a player and as a personality within the scene, and you are considered sort of an underclassman within the Swedish scene, of course. You are one of the younger players. So I guess I just want to ask you, do you find yourself, do you see yourself now leading this NiP squad in terms of, maybe mid-game, maybe when there needs to be a helping hand?
Yeah, I think a little bit at least, but it's that's the good thing with the whole team, that everyone is good at the mid-run calling, and we're all coming up with ideas. It's not only the in-game leader that comes up with the ideas, sure, he can call from the beginning, but in the mid-rounds, if we know something maybe Hampus doesn't know, then we'll call it out and we make a game plan from that. So everyone in the team is very good at mid-round calling right now.
So it kind of evolves on the fly and sort of just morphs into what happens in the game. That's what we get.
Yeah.
So last question I'm going to have for you is this. Yesterday we had Threat on here, and we were kind of talking a little bit about, you know, how this all works out within the structure of the team. What's your take on it all? And obviously you're not going to sit here and say, oh, I hate my teammates, I miss Lekro, and blah, 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 blah. What's your take on the whole thing from a personal perspective?
I mean, like, it's hard to say.
It's okay.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit of like, it's hard because for me, like us now, we're adapting to a new in-game leader and all that, so it's a little bit like rough, and it's been like affecting the individual plays, I would say, because we're not like, I'm talking from myself right now. I'm not very confident I'm confident in how we're playing and our game plan and stuff, but it's just like I'm not feeling the confident in myself right now. But that's something I will work on, and I think like it's hard. I don't really know what to say.
I tell you what, if you could do it in Swedish, that's cool. We have people that can translate that, and it works out beautifully. So does that make it easier?
No, it's just I don't know what to really say.
It's okay. Well, I tell you what, man. How about if you're a NiP fan, if you're watching today and you're thinking, okay, well, we almost had him there on Nuke. What do you tell the NiP fans outside of, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time?
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to get back to where we were, but we're going to get back there, and we're playing better and better for each day. And I think it showed today. We played better than yesterday, but it was not enough. But we'll play better day by day.
Cool. Well, on that note, I'll let you go review some footage then, my friend. I will see you around, Plopski. Thank you for your time so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, well, really put him on the spot there. Didn't quite mean to corner him, but of course, we did kind of get a sense of how it feels inside of the NiP camp. What did you guys take from moreover what he said, but perhaps even, you know, maybe even body language?
I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense when you remove your in-game leader, when you remove a guy you've been playing with for quite some time, and all of a sudden have to adjust to a new in-game leader. I think Plopski is one of those guys, as he also mentioned a few times. In order for him to play at a high level, he needs to feel completely sure in the game plan. He needs to feel completely sure in his role, and he needs to be feeling comfortable with the rates around him. I can really relate to that because I myself, as a player back then, I didn't work well when I was on a team that didn't really have, you know, a set way of playing. I just felt that I was falling out of the game. So I can relate to what Plopski is saying, and I can also understand why it's hard for him to put words on it. It's a weird feeling. It's just whenever you feel completely comfortable with the teammates around you, whenever you don't have to second guess your teammates' move, you then also feel that you're in a position to make the right decisions at all time without really having to think about what is my teammate doing, what flashes is he throwing now, where is he moving, running around. All that kind of stuff is a stress factor. So it makes sense that there's a little bit of stress going on within NiP, and I think we saw a few examples as well. I think we have a stats helix later on that's going to showcase that as well. But overall, I think NiP can be relatively happy with this. I mean, it's still a new lineup, still a new in-game leader.
Yeah, and I actually don't even as much think as doing the stats helix right now is a bad idea. If we could actually do that, that would be kind of cool. But moreover, I see the vibe that you're going for, and I understand it. Christine, you've played on some professional teams yourself. Do you sympathize there with Plopski? Do you know how he feels?
Oh, absolutely. And I think Plopski needs to remember that his confidence, it should definitely be there. I mean, NiP, we have to remember that eco round where Simple just with that deagle finishing off the kill. Then even another round where NiP made a really nice set piece towards that upper ramp, and Simple once again with that AWP out on Raptor, having the cojones to actually swing out and finish off 2 more members. So these are huge swing rounds for NiP, and I think if they convert these rounds, then we should have been talking about the 3rd map here. So it was certainly a close series, and especially with a new in-game leader, the synergy not at 100%, the potential, the trajectory, it's going upwards for this young NiP squad.
Yeah, and that's what we can hope for at least. And I do believe we're now going to hear from the victors. As the phone rings, it's going to be one Alexander Kostalev. Did I say it right, Simple?
Hi, welcome.
Uh-oh.
Hello. Hold on, Simple. Hold on, Sasha.
I think you said yes.
I think you said yes too, but
yeah,
I don't want to assume. Don't want to assume what he's saying. Let's see if we can figure it out. Sasha, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
There we go.
Yay.
My friend.
Hi.
My friend, how you almost lose this?
Oh, I don't know. Another unlucky game.
Very close stuff there, especially on Nuke. Talk to me about the difference of playing on this second map versus playing Overpass, because Overpass looked like a walk in the park for you guys.
I think we start pretty bad because we play it really fast at the beginning, and they just catch us in different spots, especially outside. We couldn't find entry outside that we usually do. So yeah, that was a rough start, and after we just played our game, I guess.
Simple. It's not a secret you guys have not really been performing up to the level we saw in Katowice. Can you try to give us a few words on what's the biggest difference right now from Navi we saw in Katowice, which was arguably the best Navi we've ever seen, to Navi we're seeing now online, which is arguably one of the worst Navis we've ever seen, at least in the Road to Rio. What is the main difference between those two Navis?
I think the main difference is that we cannot see each other and work each other like live. We cannot do boot camp or do this at the tournament. We usually do this and we always talk to each other. Now some people can't even go outside. Yeah, and I think it's like the biggest problem, you know. When they stay home, they need to see friends, talk with people.
Sure.
So yeah, we're just trying to fix all these mistakes, and of course our individual level. I don't know, but sometimes it feels like teams are not scary and they just shooting really good. Like, I think our main problem was the individual performance on Road to Rio.
All right, you yourself have been playing pretty well online. You're basically continuing a fantastic 2020. Try talk to us a little bit. I know it's a question you probably hate getting personalized all the time, but 2019 was a good year for you. 2019 was the year where Navi struggled a little bit. 2020 started out super strong. You ended up winning IM Katowice, and you personally have had a good year so far. Do you find motivation in the fact that you're back on the level where you consider, or we consider you to be the best player in the world, or does it still not matter to you as much as winning?
Of course. I mean, I'm trying to always progress. Okay, sorry. Do you hear me now? Yeah, I'm always trying to progress. So I'm watching all op players' demos just to see some new things that they do, because they're trying to find something new, and I'm doing the same. But you always need to be on point, to be on same page as other players. So yeah, of course, I'm trying to find motivation to finally go to the major, you know, and be on the great individual performance.
Simple, I had to ask you about your second half when you were CT side on Nuke and Flamey was left in a 1v1 clutch where the planter, they faked lower, you were downstairs with the AWP and they went back upstairs and they planted and it was left to Flamey. Perfecto knew that the last player remaining was the planter. Did he communicate that over to Flamey? Because it looked like he was unsure. It looked like he doubted it.
Like when it was 2-on-2?
Yeah, it was 2-on-2, then Perfecto died at the hut.
Sorry. We knew that one guy on site and the other guy was close. Maybe he went back to hut and went back to door. It's when enemy faked 3 times, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yes, there was communication, but Flamey just didn't want to peek and he was waiting for this. And after I told him to peek and trust me, and he did it with delay when the guy faked 3rd time, I think. And because of this, I think. Or you mean like when the guy was 1-on-2 and he tried to run to the van?
No. It was the first one.
Yeah. They knew about 2 guys.
Okay.
It looks like miscommunication.
It looked like to me that Flamey was doubting Perfecto. The reason I asked this was I wanted to know the trust and how it is on your team with the communication. Because when I was watching, it seemed like Flamey was doubting Perfecto's communication there.
No, they understand each other. Maybe it looks like...
Maybe it just looks like it's all over the place, but we're all reading the same page in the same book, something of the sorts. Hey, Sasha, I want to kind of ask you a question away from this game, and it's more in regards not to just what's going on with Astralis, but the idea of just, players taking time away and stepping back. What is your take on the whole thing now that we're seeing it unfold with Astralis?
I think they understand that they still have chance to qualify for a major, and maybe it's the right time to take break. But from other perspective, I don't know why they done this. I mean, they were playing great. Maybe some of them really burned out, but still, sometimes I don't understand this point. I like that Device keep playing, and he's a good example that he's always playing and he don't need a break.
Yeah,
but
he
it's
always...
maybe something weird going in their team, you know. Maybe something happened, but I don't know.
Yeah, and plus you said you like watching demos of all operas, so if Device stops playing, then who are you going to watch?
There's a lot of... There's Zaiwu, there's Kenny, even iDisbalance on Nuke as well.
Yes, iDisbalance. He has been fun to watch. Now, last question I have for you is this, man. There's been a lot of teams in the CIS region, Spirit being one of them, for example. What is one exciting player coming out of the region that you could probably tell us about or really hype up in this moment?
I would say, of course, it's Monezi, I would say first, but there's Shiro as well. He understands this game really good and he's aim on point. So I think teams should look for this player in the future.
Hey, y'all heard it right there. I didn't even have to say it. Simple. Out here selling cars and players at the same time. My man, I appreciate you, Sasha. I'm going to let you go now, though. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting. Goodbye, guys.
Spasiba and Das Vidanya. Now, that guy, he gets it. He understands, Jacob. What don't you understand, though?
Plenty of stuff I don't understand. One being why you're here, Trace, and another one is why Navi's not playing better. You know, when you have such a great player like Simple, he is indeed the best player in the world as of right now, and the consistency he's brought to Counter-Strike the past 3 years is you know, unheard of. You know, I think Device is the only one during that period of time who's been as consistent. Of course, Cold Zero, known as Mr. Consistency as well, have dropped off a little bit, but it seems like Simple and Device, no matter what their teams go through, no matter how many struggles they have, they always keep performing over these years. So it is still a mystery to me why Navi haven't found a roster and haven't found a iteration of their lineup that consistently can perform at the top level. But hopefully we'll get to see it soon enough.
Well, Jacob, how about you show us something right here within the terms of a stats helix and something that you've noted throughout this matchup? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we had a very close game here. I think both Christina and I agreed that NiP probably could have, should have, and would have won Nuke if they were to win this round. The score is 6-11, as you can see up here, and it's an anti-eco round. Now, focus on Electronic out here, right here, standing in this smoke. Play out the demo, he gets a kill towards Trish right here. That opens up the round, right? That stresses NiP a little bit to move down towards the lower bomb side. And keep your thumb in your mouth here, boys. It is the lower bomb side we're focusing on. We cannot really see it on the minimap, but just pretend that you know it's the lower bomb side. There's only one player down here, that's Flamey. He goes down. Then Boomage is the only player left down here. So now you have 4 players from NiP attacking one guy in Boomage. The rest of them are making the rotation. Simple is not here yet, so it should be relatively easy for NiP. Now we'll play out the clip. Boomage gets a kill. That's nice. And it takes too long for NiP to get the map control. In a second, you'll see Plopski right here. He has a smoke. Instead of using the smoke down here, instead of using the smoke towards door or towards window, well, he used the smokes towards ramp right here to cover his back. That means that Navi now have 3 different angles to fight from, and they are going to win those duels. Simple is getting 2 kills from window, and the whole round is going to fall apart from NiP. Now, we switch over to the point of views of the Navi players. You can see how it all falls down. What I want to say with this round is that, yeah, NiP is making small mistakes there. It's not really optimal for them. Electronic getting this kill, it's fine. Boom is hitting this shot with a P250, ridiculous. Simple with these 2 deagle kills, especially the second one. Look how long he's waiting for kill number 2, right? He spots him, waits, and then he shoots him out. That's just pure class. But if you're NiP, you gotta eliminate mistakes like that. You can't stress out in an eco round like that. And that was basically the key round in the game. And they won that one, they would have been up 12-6. And I think that would have been enough for NiP to close out Nuke if we would have seen a 3rd map right here, right now.
Yeah, we really could have and truly have went all the way to train. But I think looking at Group D, we're going to see where this train stops, because I think we have just one more matchup here on this side, and that's going to be tomorrow. Actually, it is. It's NiP versus Ints in 17 hours and 57 minutes and 14 seconds time. But we look at this group and we say, okay, Navi, that's the first one you would have put up there as a clear favorite. Well, guess what? Vitality came to play.
Yeah, Vitality certainly did come to play, and in such a dominant fashion as well. It seemed like both of their series so far, I mean, not a walk in the park, but Zaiwu certainly made it seem that way, right? So many highlight clips, and Apex even showing up, and Shocks. I mean, it feels good to be talking about Shocks and all the great things he's been doing for Vitality for the last couple of days. I mean, it's been too long, so it's in a very exciting time for Vitality moving forward into the playoffs.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, in terms of the playoffs, when we talk about Shocks, of all the heavy hitters going on throughout this group and throughout this tournament, at least on the European side, he's not even up there within the top-rated players. He's still putting on a performance, though. He's still making a show out of it because he's a masterclass. And at that note, I think that we are just about done here. We're going to put a bow on this one, put it down in some sort of basket, send it down the river, I guess is the best way to go about it. We're done for the day, and we're going to be coming back with 100 Thieves taking on the Evil Geniuses later. That's going to be with James Banks and crew. But for me, I'm out. So sayonara, good night, adios amigos.